Hey, what's happening, gamers? How's everybody doing? Welcome back to Ace Attorney Investigations Collection. This is episode 15, which is going to be Turnabout. I forgot. Somebody please has the name. Alright, Turnabout Trigger. There we go. This is the airplane. So Amber's not here right now. That means I'm going to have to do all the voices. She'll be here in a little bit. I believe she's out shopping or she's at the park meditating. I don't know. I just woke up and the house is empty, so I figured, you know, whatever. Your first like goal is 100 likes. Let's get those likes up if we haven't already. And if you guys want more SAO tonight, you just need 50 views. So miraculously, you guys were able to get, what was it, like 350 views in a day, which is, you know, not bad for a shadow ban channel. But we're still short of SAO, so if you guys want to help with that, mods in the chat, feel free to. We are so close to getting more SAO. If not, I have another game I can do tonight. Maybe I'll start Castlevania, Portrait of Ruin, or who knows? I don't really know. We'll see, we'll see. But in our last episode, we found out that the bodyguard that looks a lot like J.K. Simmons, or J. Jonah Jameson, is dead. And we're inside the airplane with the killer and all kinds of stuff. So, yay! We're gonna go with a super chat goal, I think, for this stream, because we have been neglecting to do that. Because I don't know, I'm supposed to do it, but. Okay, so today's super chat goal is going to be character takeover mystery. So make sure you guys smash that like button for Girl Voice. This is going to be interesting. Also, I have tea here because I woke up. I just feel terrible. This is day 3 with a fever of 100 degrees. It's really getting on my nerves. And I don't make tea as well as Amber does. So I made myself some tea. But she's just, I don't know, she's better at doing stuff than I am. Alright, let's do this. Also, why does she keep everything so loud? My ears are hurting. There we go. We don't need it. Alrighty. Also, reminder, guys, this week we start 2 brand new Let's Plays. One on Mario Party Jamboree, and the other on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I don't know if we're getting to the Transformers game or not. It's already been, what is it, 2 or 3 days since that game came out. Like, if we miss a game on release day, it doesn't tend to do well. Also, we'll be looking at Multiverses this week as a brand new character comes out. I believe Tuesday. The next character. There's also a super chat goal. Today's super chat goal is mystery character takeover for 15 minutes. So you guys can vote on what character you want to have take over the stream. It could be anything from Kronk, could do Bane, Mickey Mouse, Skeletor, whatever you want. Okay? As long as the super chat goal is met, I don't mind doing that. Also, it adds some levity to the stream because it's just going to be me for a while. Doesn't that guy look like J. Jonah Jameson? Yeah, this tea tastes terrible. I can't make my own tea. Blech! Why are wives so much better at things than husbands? Blech, I can't even taste the honey. There's honey in there. It tastes like watered down tea. It doesn't, how is she able to do that? How is she able to make tea good? It tastes like, It tastes like I'm drinking water with like tea flavor. It doesn't taste like tea at all. How the heck does she do it? Ugh. Oh, gross. Blah. 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 Zang. Well, that wakes you up. Blah. Yep, we'll be looking at Mario Party early. Thank you, Miss Deanna, for kicking off the Super Chat goal. Really appreciate you. Breathtaking. I hope you feel better, too. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe something's going around. Maybe the flu season. I don't know. I don't tend to get the flu. That's the thing. I don't tend to get sick. So this is really getting irritating to me. So what'd we do? That one girl was a southern accent, and the other girl's like super spunky. No president in sight. Now, where could he be? Who knows? Wait, what was he? He was a southern guy. Who knows? Hello, Mr. President? He's hiding behind the bulkhead door over there, is he? As courageous in the face of danger as ever. Sorry to disappoint you, but did you seriously expect him to be standing here waiting to meet his assassin? As we have already established, my interest lies only in the successful conclusion of this investigation. Now, Mr. Edgeworth, if you would be so kind as to examine the body. All right. My only option now is to play along. The rest is up to you, Detective Gumshoe. So the attempted assassination of the president has become the murder of a bodyguard.
Hee. You look like you could use a little help here, Mr. Edgeworth.
Not that I need it, but yes.
That's what I thought. There's nothing else for it. K. Faraday, great thief extraordinaire. We'll just have to take it from here.
Oh, really? You mean you're going to solve the case for me?
Nope.
I thought not.
But I will provide vital assistance. Now let's get to scouring this crime scene from top to bottom.
It will take Detective Gumshoe a while to assemble our backup, so I'll need to draw this part of the investigation out for as long as possible. Alright. Plane investigation. Why would there be gas masks? Okay. Yeah, hi everybody. You can't even taste the honey in here. Okay. So we're inside the plane investigation. Let us see what we can deal with here. We'll speak with as many male characters as possible. And of course he's dead, so he can't really say anything to us. When will be Digimon? Do you want Whoa! Champion, do you want Digimon, like, later tonight? Like the 1 o'clock stream? Because I have to do 3 regular streams, but I can do your ultimate, like, the Digimon game late tonight, if that's okay. I can do that. So it would be whatever, this stream is Ace Attorney, then it's Dragon Ball, then it's going to be another stream, and then I can do the Digimon thing for like 1 a.m. or something. 1:30. If you're okay with that, then I can schedule that in for tonight. What was I doing again? Alright. I have high hopes for your investigation. I do hope you won't betray my trust. Okay, yeah. Alright, then late night tonight. So it'll be like around 1:30 in the morning will be your Digimon game. Digimon are the champions. I can do that. It's called Digimon what? Again? Digimon. A mutual understanding. Things are progressing well, I hope. There's no need to worry. Things are progressing just fine. Oh, remember, I absolutely despise betrayals of all kinds. Yes, I know. Indeed you do, so please, do take care not to double-cross me, accidentally or otherwise. I really have no choice but to do as he says for now. Assassination attempt. I can't believe I let an assassin onto the president's plane. You know very well it was for the good of the investigation, Mr. Knight. Don't give me that. I know what you really want. You do indeed, because you heard me say it already. I wish to know the truth behind Mr. Rook's death. But did you also say you were asked to assassinate the president by a certain someone? You seem to have forgotten that there are more pressing matters at hand, Mr. Edgeworth. I don't often carry out unpaid work, but it's not entirely unheard of. Fine, I'll get back to the investigation then. Good. I'm expecting great things from you, Mr. Edgeworth. Okay, well, that happened. And we can't talk to Mr. Knight because Mr. Knight is having some problems. A riot shield, and next to it a canary in a cage.
Oh, she's so sweet! I want one! Did you ever see a cuter partner in crime?
Partner in crime?
Well, yeah! She could help me with lockpicking, stuff like that. A great thief has no greater ally than nature, Mr. Edgeworth.
Sadly, such birds are mostly common use for detecting poisonous gases. Wait! This one isn't actually for that, is it? Canary stuff! Gas masks. Whoops. 2 gas masks, in case of poison gas attack, I suppose. The president certainly seems to think he's at risk of assassination at all times.
Wow! Gas masks? I've never seen one before! I've heard plenty about them, of course.
Oh, from a fellow thief, I presume?
No, from the Jammin' Ninja! You know, my favorite kids' TV show! Princess Murasaki was getting married, but toxic ninja Wolfsbane showed up to lay down some sick burns.
And time to tune out. Might save myself a brain cell or two. Okay, Digimon World next order? Okay. I'm gonna write that down. Digimon World next order. Ooties. I don't really like cough drops. I used to have a lot of cough drops as a kid. The best way to clear out your throat of mucus is tea, but this time around I made a horrible tea. This is not very good. Usually tea with honey in it helps coat your throat so that you can, you know, any type of damage that you've done to your vocal cords from speaking or singing, it helps. And also tea is usually very tasty. The way my wife makes tea is very good. I look forward to her cups of tea. My cups of tea, I don't know, I just don't have the spark. It just tastes very bland. You can't taste the honey at all. It's just like watery tea flavored water. It doesn't, you know, tea has a certain quality to it that it's good. You know, dip some bread in it, some toast with butter. My gosh, it's great. But my tea is just, mine's gross. It's like, I don't know. I tried so hard. This is the extent of my power. But I have to drink it to open up my throat. Disgusting. Brr. It is a bank of monitors displaying camera feeds from in and around the plane. I must scour the scene and inspect everything that catches my attention. Look at monitors. Alright guys and gals, let's keep those lights up. You hear how my throat sounds all gross? I need the tea to open up my vocal passage. These monitors are displaying the cockpit and parts of the plane's exterior, but I don't see anything out of the ordinary. Oh. These monitors, I already said that. But I don't see anything out of the ordinary. Wait, that's all the monitors? Ah, we have some other things. Alright, let's look at this. That's the outside of the plane. Most intruders could not hope to approach without being spotted. But such measures would be mere child's play in my case.
Whoa! You're saying you can get past cameras like these without being seen?
Of course, with ease, my dear.
You have to teach me how, please! Are you taking on apprentices by any chance?
Kay, you do realize who you're talking to, don't you?
Sorry. Had to ask, though. What a great skill for a great thief to know.
Unfortunately for you, I'm not the type to take on understudies.
You're not, huh? Shame.
Shame? In what way, exactly? Understudies of assassins. Okay, so we have 2 monitors left. This monitor is displaying a feed of this very room.
They didn't go cheap when they bought these, huh? Very high res.
Oh, I'm afraid I can't quite tell myself, but...
I can even see the little crow's feet around your eyes. Oh, my bad. They're just the usual deep etched lines, you know, on your forehead.
If you quite finished... What on earth is this? That it's the president's favorite plushie. It's a memento of something. Anyway, don't touch. But if that's the case, then why has it been...
left out like nobody cares about it? Yeah, that's pretty weird.
It certainly wouldn't be the first time I would think to display a beloved item. Wait, are those shards of glass underneath? I thought something seemed strange about this cubbyhole, but now I'm sure of it. There was almost certainly another monitor here. Security monitors jotted down in my organizer. Is there any glass on the bottom? Nope. Okay. No, there's no glass there. I must scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention. What are those? These personal safety alarms are very colorful. Looks like they can get a lot of use as well.
I like the president. He seems like a thoughtful guy. Buying these for his kids, maybe his wife too.
Why would they all be here if that was the case? No, these are for his own personal use.
Objection, Your Honor. It is simply not possible for one person to use this many personal alarms. Why, you ask? Because he's human, and therefore possesses only 2 hands.
20 hands wouldn't be enough to count the number of objections I have to that objection.
That looks heavy. So, this is what the president wears, huh? Must be made of something super special.
Yes, to protect him from bullets, I suppose.
What? So it's not just for show?
Of course not. This is a bulletproof vest, Kay. Seriously.
Oh, so that's what one of those looks like. Why didn't you say so? Now I feel silly.
Documents of some kind.
We could always steal a glance.
Another security plan.
Oh yeah, like the one from the trash can.
Precisely. But wait, something feels off. It's the same rough diagram of the stage area.
Yeah, like the one the other security plan we found.
The one from earlier, you mean? Something is different, I'm sure of it. What could it mean? Time to put my powers of deduction to work. Spectator area should be covered at all times. The president's safety is paramount. Also covered in case of something assault. Rook and knight. Or knight and rook. Who are these guys? Spectators should be covered at all times. So there were guards here? It's the same rough diagram as the stage area. Something is different, I'm sure. What could it mean? This? No. History, this. What do I need to deduce? Okay, let me look at my diagram. My diagram, stay frosty, we know who might be in the audience. Knight to immediately escort President to plane in case of emergency. Rook positioned in light of Knight's injury. Less cover for Lakeside now. Eyes on this area. Stay frosty, we know who might be in the audience. And this one says, spectators should be covered at all times. Hey VG, how's it going? Anybody have any guesses? It's correct in corner. What's correct in corner? I'll save this just in case I botch this. Okay. Monitors, diagram. Diagram. Security plan. Where are? Hi, Zelda. Less cover Lakeside view for now. Rook. Wait a sec. Rook and the other guy are in different places. Yeah. Knight is supposed to be there. Thank you very much for the gifted membership, Justo Kenobi. Try it. Eureka! The two plans are different. Was the security detail reorganized at some point? Oh, you're right. Yeah, we made some last-minute changes yesterday. President's orders, actually. Why the urgency? Because of what happened the day before. The killer here tried to take him down. He infiltrated the security detail posed as one of us. Rook figured it out first, but not before the guy got within striking distance of the president. If our leader hadn't stepped in just then, we'd all been out of a job. But he made it, and our friend here wound up with a seriously twisted arm. Rook put a bullet in it for good measure, too.
And where were you while this was happening?
You were the first one I overpowered, were you not?
Oh, that's embarrassing.
Shut up, kid!
Ah, now I get it.
Your neck has barely begun to heal, and you've already forgotten who I am. I'm disappointed. What's you? Busted up my neck so bad I can't even look to my right. I was somewhat astonished to have sustained an injury at all. A testament to Mr. Rook's skill, he was truly a master of his craft. Unlike a certain other someone I could mention, I'm just as good as I ever was. You were a pawn to his queen, my young friend. What the heck do you know?
So that's why you remembered Mr. Rook's name. You admired his skills as a bodyguard?
Indeed, while I was serving on the team, I learned the names of all the operatives. But his in particular stayed with me. It joined the very short list of those who have ever successfully wounded me.
So that's the connection he was talking about.
And that's why we changed up the security plan. I had to be sure that there weren't any more assassins in the ranks. The president didn't want anybody on stage he didn't trust, and he only trusts two people, me and Rook.
Security plan detail updated in my organizer.
How does that explain your change of position, then?
Yeah, he switched over to the right-handed side.
I told you I can't turn my neck to the right. Could only cover the president's left side. So I wound up moving to the right side of the stage.
Okay. Interesting. Could you guys hang on 1 second, please? Well, I don't know where she is. Okay, guess I'll keep going. Let's examine more of the desk. Hi, sweetie. No, it's okay. I was just worried.
I'm right here.
Okay.
I had a good call with him. So
Good. Glad you had a good call with your brother.
I'm so sorry. We're in the middle of the stream.
Yeah, I'm in the middle of the
Oh
stream.
my gosh, I am so sorry. Oh
okay.
my gosh. I didn't even have a chance to wake you up. Do you need to be woken up?
I
didn't get to wake you up.
The only thing that's missing is my black hat I was wearing wasn't on the floor in our room. So I don't know where it went.
You have a black hat on right now.
No, I meant my comfortable skull cap. This puts pressure on my head.
I didn't even take your
Yeah.
cap. I don't know. You want me to go look for it?
No, I can't find it. It's okay. I'm here. We have a super chat from Miss Deanna, and we had a gifted membership from so and so. Just so Kenobi. All right, examine this.
Oh, and we got 2 super chats this morning from Just 22.
Okay. 2 super chats from Just 22 today. Okay. A curious figure of a curious animal with a curious expression is staring straight at me. And look, there's a big lever right next to it, but don't even think about it. Oh, I wasn't even thinking about it, I swear, but now I'm thinking about it. Imagine that lever opens the panels beneath my feet. I see, so he's standing on the trapdoor. I strongly advise that you not pull it. Do so and you will regret it. You know, I'm okay with taking some advice, especially when it's from a professional killer.
What is that, an oxygen mask? There's nothing of interest here. Documents, this, share, personal thingy. It's okay. I'm having... I try to make myself tea and it's terrible. I don't need my skull cap.
I think that you do. You said, and I quote, "This cap that I'm wearing is uncomfortable. I could not find my comfortable cap." That implies, from the witness testimony, that your cap that you usually wear is the comfortable one, and the one you're wearing right now is uncomfortable.
Okay. Indeed. It is solid, a circular life preserver designed to be used in case of emergency on water. Or rather, the sea, to be more precise.
Ooh, the sea. I love the sea. We should go sometime.
Sorry, but you'll have to make that particular trip without me.
Aw, don't be like that, Edgy. Come on, it'll be fun. We can have lobster rolls, ice cream, all that good stuff.
Something tells me the sea isn't the main attraction for you, is it? She just wants to hang out with you. Alright. I don't know what that is. That's a door. We haven't examined the body yet, but we will. Why do they want me to keep going over here to the desk? He doesn't look so good. Someone has left an inflatable boat and oar here. Probably, so it's ready to go at any time.
Wait, but isn't there only one oar?
You can still row with one oar, you know. That is true. There's a wide selection of protective equipment here. Bulletproof vest, hazmat gear. Huh? The gray one that was in the bed? No, that's for the bedroom only. I don't know where the black one is. Oh. It's okay, honey. It was on the floor. Next to the socks and pants and stuff. It's not there. It's fine. Are you guys arguing over an ultimate that hasn't even happened yet?
What's happening?
I think people are having a fight about Digimon, but I don't even know.
No way, there's even a spacesuit.
I get the sense that the president thinks he's very much in need of protection at all costs from everything.
But what if he's in a gunfight and there was poison gas everywhere? And he was in space? What then?
Then he'd simply put on a bulletproof vest, the hazmat gear, and the spacesuit.
That's probably easier said than done.
The president is on the other side of this door.
And what a door it is! But I could get the better of it, though.
Get the better of it. Doors aren't there to be beaten, Kay.
But I like how heavy it is. Look at that lock. It's just sitting there begging me to open it.
Calm down and think we might... Why might this door be locked?
For me to open it?
Precisely. For you to... No! Not for you to open it. Wait! What is the right answer, anyway? Right answer is not to open the door. Okay, so we looked at everything. It's time to examine the corpse. Hooray! I must scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention. We need to look at every nook and cranny. He has 2 shots. 34 minutes. Come on, guys and gals, we have to get those likes up. We're at 70 likes after, what is it, 34 minutes? Yep, guys, don't talk about Digimon too much. Let's focus on Ace Attorney, okay? Digimon is like the 1 a.m. stream tonight. 1:30 in the morning or something. Yes, there will be an Arkham Origins stream, like, when we get closer to Christmas. That's a given.
I don't usually do scheduling during streams.
It is the victim, Mr. Bastian Rook, bodyguard to the president of Zheng Fa. And there's Kay.
Oh, he's one of the guys that brought the president inside as soon as the shooting started.
Which means he continued to do his duty right up until his dying breath.
At least he'll get posthumously promoted.
Kay, it's better to know when to say nothing at all than to end up with your foot in your mouth.
What do you mean?
I mean, bodyguards don't even operate on the same rank promotion system as police in the first place. You coming up? You coming up? Come over here.
Oh, so Champion Paul is ultimate today?
Yeah, the 1 a.m. stream. There's the furball. There's the furball. Hey, big guy. There he is.
You're fine. You didn't do anything wrong by being an ultimate champion, Paul. That's not your fault.
Yeah. Hey, buddy.
We're very thankful for you, Champion Paul. Thank you for your generosity.
Careful where the chocolate ends up, okay, honey?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so I guess we already looked at his leg. Check his briefcase.
Oh.
What?
Miss Deanna sent us something on social media also.
Was it the thing about sushi?
I didn't see it yet.
Oh. I thought I hearted that post.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't get a chance to do anything.
Okay. It is a bulletproof Attache Case. Bodyguards use them to shield their clients from gunfire. There were some in Case photographed too. It's like a riot shield, but it's a briefcase. Looks like Rook and Knight each had one. Yeah, but maybe like look at the dude's literally his forehead. His bulletproof Attache Case. Jot it down in the organizer.
Oh hey, that's a photo I snatched.
You can hardly steal a photo at a public event, Kay.
But I'm snatching up a moment in time with every picture I take, you know?
I take it snatch as your new favorite word.
Hee hee, maybe.
Okay, so we have this.
Lucas K, confirmed.
Lucas K. Lucas every voice until Amber stops eating. Gun. So the victim was also carrying a revolver.
It looks like he was trying to use it.
He probably drew it out of instinct when he felt threatened.
We should check to see
if he managed to fire any rounds off. All there, and no signs of weapon having been used at all. What is this one loan from Zheng Fa, too? Yep. Sure was. We're always issued the same gun model. Okay, so that gun was on loan. Examine.
Hi, cute P.
Hello.
Sorry, you don't have your... I don't know where your thing is.
The bullets seemed to have entered just under his armpit and went clean through his body. Ouch. He was hit in an area his bulletproof vest did not cover.
Like it was on purpose or something.
The cause of death would appear to be loss of blood. Attempts were made to snatch it, but to no avail. Victim bled to death from gunshot wound to the torso. The bullet passed clean through his body. Yes?
We said hi to our neighbor today.
Huh?
The one on this side.
Grumpy?
And he said hi to me too. We had a nice exchange. Maybe he's becoming more of a human being. I have graduated from lizard person to human being.
Amber, you've never been a lizard person.
Huh? Actually, if you are born a lizard person, you can't actually become human. You're stuck that way.
Oh.
Well, I'm just saying. That's how you're born. You can appear, you could shapeshift.
You're being weird, honey.
And pretend to be a human,
Amber.
but you'll never fully be a human being.
Amber.
No matter how hard you try. And when you blink, people will notice the weird slits in your eyes. Oh! Don't! Also, you'll never be able to show human emotion. Because lizards can't show emotion. In fact, it even says online that if you have a pet snake, your pet snake will never love you because they're incapable of love.
Amber, stop.
Link is like, kind of makes you appreciate me more as a cat, huh? I'm thankful you're not a lizard, Link.
Okay, can we focus, please?
Mr. Luke made tea to make himself better. Awesome, Miss Deanna. Thank you for the super chat, Miss Deanna, and thank you for being an ultimate member, Champion Paul.
The tea tastes terrible, though. I did not do it very
Oh my gosh, how did you mess up tea?
I don't know.
What kind of stuff did you put in it? What kind of tea bag did you put? You just put green tea in there?
Green tea and honey, but I don't. It tastes like watered down tea.
It's because you didn't either. You need to either. Well, if it's watered down, that means you either didn't put enough tea bags in it, or you did not boil it long enough.
Alright, guys, if you could help SAO out, that would be great. SAO needs 50 views in order to get another stream.
The ultimate streams, Champion Paul, are 2-hour streams.
Yeah, the ultimate stream is 2 hours, and it'll be late tonight. We've already agreed to that. It'll be like around 1:30 in the morning.
If it's like a 9-hour game, then no, we cannot complete it in 1 hour.
No.
We cannot complete it in one stream.
Uh-uh.
Luke tried to make tea, says Brandon. I can make you some better tea, Luke.
I know, after this one's empty. Crime scene's notes jotted down. So, the victim bled to death from gunshot wounds to the torso. The bullet passed clean through his armpits. Okay, Kay.
Oh, thank you, thank you so much, Champion Paul. You're very kind.
Hey.
The medics must have been brought in to try and save him.
Sadly, it was too little too late. Okay, so anything else to look at? Open palm. It is the victim, Mr. Bastian Rook, bodyguard to the president of Zheng Fa.
He's one of those guys that brought the president inside as soon as the shooting started.
Which means he continued to do his duty right up until his dying breath.
Yep. At least he'll get posthumously...
It's better to know when to say nothing at all than to end up with your foot in your mouth.
You can't get promoted after you die, Kay.
Bodyguards don't even operate on the same rank promotion system as police in the first place. Okay, so that's everything. Blood, trapdoor, shoes.
It's gotta be a stressful job knowing your entire job is to fling yourself in front of whatever dignitary you are defending.
Uh-huh.
Your job is to literally fling yourself into the light of fire.
Yes.
But that's the same as actually firefighters, police, paramedics, like a lot of people, like that's actually their job. If you're on a Coast Guard and you like have to save someone from like a shark, then you probably have to be in danger.
Okay.
What?
Let's talk to Southern Girl. Okay. What is going on with this? I can't even open.
I mean, you can do. You can be an ultimate as many streams as it takes. I don't understand what you mean, Champion Paul. You'll have to talk to Luke later after the thing about it, or you can talk on the ultimate tab. I don't understand. I don't understand, Champion Paul. All of our ultimates are always 2-hour streams.
Yeah, all our ultimates are always 2-hour streams, and people sponsor multiple episodes. Like,
yeah,
every
they
month.
complete it eventually. Like,
Yeah.
some of our ultimates have been an ultimate member for 25 months, so they've literally done 25 ultimate streams. They sponsor it 25 times.
Yep.
That's how we complete series for ultimates.
We've had RPG sponsored, where we've done like 2 hours at a time. We've had beat 'em up games. Some games get completed like in a stream, but they're less than 2 hours long, like a beat 'em up or something like that for Carlos. But Ultimates is a once a month thing. It's not. We don't do 9-hour streams. If
you wanted to do the beginning of it, and then if another Ultimate wanted to pick it up and sponsor the end, as long as you're okay with that, you know, maybe another Ultimate could decide if people really wanted to see the end, another Ultimate could sponsor it. But unfortunately, because of the way YouTube is, we can't really get ad revenue on older games. We always have to do only new games. So if somebody wants an older game or a game that we haven't already put on our channel, then they have to be an Ultimate member to request it, because we won't really get a lot of ad revenue on older games. It's only new games and stuff that's super popular, like whatever the new Spider-Man game is or whatever the new Mario game is. That's what we play.
It's been a while since we've done Super Chat Goal. I've been meaning to do it. I'm actually supposed to be doing it because it's still like in the beta stuff, but I keep forgetting to do it. Which I got a reminder. Hey, we noticed you haven't been using the Super Chat Goal thing we enabled. It's like,
Yeah, I noticed that too. I forgot to say something about it.
Yeah, so... Hey, try to do it as best I can. Okay.
Luke.
Suspicion of murder.
Did you put enough... Yeah, green tea is a cruel mistress. You have to boil that long enough to actually get the tea benefits. Otherwise, it tastes like dirt in a cup. Green tea can taste very bad. Did you know that the green tea that we have here is actually not like the best green tea you can get? The leaves are actually green. Like if you actually get like loose tea that's really good quality, the stuff that's in the tea bags is actually stuff that like is the leftover from that.
I don't want to know.
Okay, but I'm just saying that the quality of the tea is not as, like, if we were getting really high quality green tea, then it would probably taste better.
Okay.
Sorry.
Suspicion of murder. There's Tabby again.
Oh, I didn't do it. I'm a reporter. I bag scoops, not souls.
But then why lie about your jacket and the laser sight?
That was, I knew you'd think it was fishy.
Is that really all it was?
Please, you gotta believe me. I could never do something like this.
I'd like to tell you everything will be alright, but just try not to worry too much. If you really are innocent, I'll prove it, one way or another. That's
Thanks, Chief. I believe in you.
How many times must I tell you I am not your chief?
Sorry, Ruffles. Clean forgot you were Chief number 2.
That's not what I meant. Alright, so... Well, I guess now it's time for logic and reason because we've done everything else.
Well, I mean, you're perfectly fine, Champion Paul. You're allowed to ask, like, if you don't want, you know what I mean? We want you to be happy with your choice, so we would rather you ask questions and decide and make sure, and instead of just like feel pressured into it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we don't do full 9-hour streams or like 10 or 15. Like we do have to sleep and we have other things to do. So like ultimates for $100, you get over like a little over 2 hours for a live stream. If we end up going over like to 3 hours, it's because some of us lost track of time when doing a stream, namely Amber. Or like, you know, we crossed over into the 3-hour mark because an RPG cutscene like lasted too long in Tales of Symphonia or something. For the most part, it's $100 for like a 2.5 hour or a 2-hour stream. That's the rate. Any more than that would, you know, be obviously more money because ultimate streams, they're helpful to the channel, but also they don't help with the hourly views. They basically like punch the hourly views in the face. But the most important thing about the ultimate stream is the revenue that it generates from the sponsor. Like that's why we do them really late at night, is so it doesn't impact the channel as badly, because I mean the drop-off rate like after 1 in the morning is normal. Because, you know, people go to sleep and all this other stuff.
I'm looking forward to Digimon. I love Digimon, Champion Paul. I want to do the best I can to be on it.
The president was targeted during his speech, so this is the logic stuff.
Yeah, and if we get through all of our streams, like if all of these streams that we're doing now get tons of likes and shares and views and super chats, and we zoom through all of our streams in an hour and a half each stream, we might even be able to start that stream earlier. If we're able to, but we'll do the best we can.
Yeah, it doesn't work that way.
Okay.
This stream is only at 300 views after 49 minutes, so no, this is going to be a long stream. How are we doing on the likes, by the way? Are we at 100 yet? Almost, 98. So we're almost at 100 after an hour. But I don't know why the views are so low. So, logic and reason time. Assassination attempt. The president was targeted during a speech. 6-shot revolver. Bullet through the body. Knight's position. Rook's gun. 6-shot revolver on loan from Zheng Fa has not been fired. Bulletproof vest found on the desk. Bullet through the body. Bullet passed through the victim. Where did it end up?
Let's see. So we have to connect some of this stuff.
Well, I mean, some of this stuff has to be connected because you have 6 different things. You can't really progress the story until you figure out. The president was targeted during his speech. Premeditated attack. So let's try this. And let's try on finding the trash not easy to acquire in this country. See if that does anything. Darn it! There's no logical connection between these two things.
Oof. Whoopsies. Okay. Bullet through the body, knight's position, 6-shot revolver, bulletproof vest, rook's gun. Wow, there are a lot of trigger words for YouTube right here.
Yeah, I know, VG. I know that, buddy. I need to get a since it's a Steam game, I have to go buy a prepaid credit card in order to use Steam stuff.
Why don't I go today?
Okay.
To Walmart. They have some prepaid cards at Walmart, I think. I can go to Walmart today and go grab that.
Do like a $50 one.
Oh my gosh.
I
Okay, well, I mean, I don't know how I'm gonna make you bean soup. Well, why don't I try to do that? And if I have to transfer money from savings, I will, or something.
That's because we'll have like because I don't know how much the game costs.
All right, so on the what's the next stream after this?
Dragon Ball.
Okay, so during Dragon Ball, I will go get a $50 card. So like, how much does the game cost?
No idea.
On Steam.
No idea.
Okay, so you want a $50 one? Are you sure it won't just be a $25 one? You can't get a $25 card?
I don't know how much it is. Like, the G.I. Joe game was $20, but not every game on Steam is.
Alright, I'm sorry, VG Shine. Thank you for being patient, and I will try to get that. Sorry about that. That's Luke is waiting on me to get it because of his foot. He can't get out very well. Alright, so we have to do the logic thingy. Okay.
Yeah, we have 6 logic things. So it was an assassination attempt in the 6-shot revolver. On the trash, not easy to acquire in this country.
Okay. Okay, so... Alright, the first thing... Salmon, okay. No. Okay, why don't we compare the 2 guns? Why don't we compare the 2 firearms? 6-shooter revolver and the rookie's gun. See which one is which. I think we should compare them. Like, I think we should add them together.
Okay.
Because they're different. I don't know.
They don't look different to me.
They do look similar.
One has a laser sight, one doesn't.
Oh.
The 2 guns are exactly the same.
What? Oh.
Meaning it's likely that the one we found is also from Zheng Fa.
Oh.
Revolver data updated in the organizer.
So by different, I meant the same. Oh, the bodyguards all got their guns from Zheng Fa authorities, right?
Yes.
Are they, like, super rare or anything?
No, I don't believe so. This model isn't exactly easy to come by in this country, but it's certainly not impossible either.
Oh, and here I thought they might be valuable treasures!
Yes, it is something of a shame.
Whoa, I just mentioned treasures and you actually responded for once!
I only mean to point out that if the guns were rarer, it would be much easier to trace them. Which would have made the treasures of the evidence variety, I suppose.
Ha! See, everything's a treasure hunt one way or another, including this investigation!
You could say that, yes.
Alright then, it's treasure hunting time! On with the investigation!
She certainly seems a lot more enthusiastic all of a sudden.
Yay!
Okay.
Alright, well... thank you. Let's see.
So we have assassination attempt, bulletproof vest, knight's position, bullet through the body.
Okay, well, why don't we try to do like bullet through the body, pass through the victim, word it in, and pass through the victim. So was the guy wearing a bulletproof vest the president? You'd think he would have been.
Okay.
I think we should connect those two. Maybe we can see like if he was wearing a vest.
All right.
I don't know.
You shall try it. Eureka! 2 bullets were fired in total. We know this because 2 shots were heard. One traveled through the flag and into the balloon. The other took Mr. Rook's life.
But there's a bullet in the president's vest too, right? How is that possible?
How indeed? The numbers don't add up. However, there's one possible explanation.
There is?
Yes, after passing through the body, the bullet that took Mr. Rook's life then found itself lodged in the vest. In other words, 2 of our bullets were in fact 1.
No way!
He's right. If the president hadn't been wearing that vest, things could have been a lot worse. And he wasn't injured at all by the impact. Even when obstructed by a vest, a bullet can inflict serious damage. Yeah, sure, I've known guys who've gotten broken bones that way. But the president's okay. He's made of strong stuff.
Sounds like he didn't even need a vest.
Let's not get carried away here. I want that bullet's ballistic markings analyzed.
Remind me what those are again?
Guns leave a unique pattern of grooves on every bullet they fire. By examining these grooves, we can use them to identify which firearm it came from. Think of them as fingerprints of sort.
You can tell all that from a bullet? Then what are we waiting for? Analyze away!
Might be easier said than done. That bullet hit solid armor. The impact will have completely flattened it. You'll be lucky if there's anything left for forensics to find.
What? But it was all set for some analyzing!
Bulletproof vest data jotted down in his organizer. Okay. That's quite enough investigating for now, Mr. Edgeworth. What is taking so long, Detective Gumshoe? Well, Mr. Edgeworth, have you solved the case? No, not yet. Is that so? Then perhaps interviewing another key witness might help you do so. Another witness? Who?
You don't mean...
The most important witness of all, the man on the other side of that door.
What?
He really intends to have me question the president? Now, if you would be so kind as to summon him, Mr. Edgeworth. Stop right there, killer. You're nuts if you think I'll let him anywhere near you. Well, Mr. President, I'm sure you're watching us through your security feed, are you not? In which case, I politely request that you show yourself. That is, if you value your bodyguard's life, that is.
I
don't think he's as courageous as people think he is. Well then... If nothing else, we now know what kind of man you really are. Mr. President! Stop! You can't do this! Let's all just calm down, alright? Come on, Detective, where the blazes are you?
Eek!
The lights! What's happening? Listen well, Mr. Edgeworth. I would advise you to stay very still. It seems I will not be granted my audience with the President after all. Even with Mr. Knight's life as my bargaining chip. No! Stop!
Eek!
Kay, you won't get away with this, killer. I have seen enough, and now I know the truth. Where are you? Where did you go? Ha! I leave the rest in your capable hands, Mr. Edgeworth.
Weird. So dramatic.
Edgeworth? Detective Gumshoe? Oh, sir! Mr. Edgeworth, sir! I believe I was knocked unconscious. Again.
Oh, hi Robin, how's it going? Good to see you. And so I'm watching with my dad, says Spicy Peppa. Awesome.
Let's see.
The game is worth $50, but it's only $25, says VG Shine.
Okay.
Well, I'll make sure to get more than 25 just in case there's tax or something.
Did like 30.
I understand, VG Shine. I don't even know. I mean, I thought there's stuff at Walmart. I'm gonna do the best I can. If it's not at Walmart, then I'll go to the grocery store and get it.
Yeah, they have pay by you can Visa credit card.
Yeah, they have stuff at the grocery store. So I have to make Luke bean soup, but I don't even.
Edgeworth. Oh, the killer gets away.
Oh, awesome! Hello, Spicy Peppa, and hi, Robin's dad. How's it going? Good to see you.
All right, so the killer escaped. And you guys got 100 likes.
You just downloaded SAO. Awesome, Champion Paul. Yep, thank you for all of the ultimates and for all the super chats. Thank you so much. Thank you for your generosity, Spicy Peppa, with the stream. And that we did, I think last night was Spicy Peppa's stream. Or 2 nights ago. And then also Champion Paul, thank you so much for being an ultimate. And looking forward to the Digimon stream. And great to see everyone. Hi, Charlie Pike. Hi, Jonathan. Hi, Brandon. Hi, Pepino from Pizza Towers. Nice, beautiful voice. Thank you, Pepino from Pizza Tower. That's very sweet. Hi, Miss Deanna. Great to see you. Thank you for the super chat, Miss Deanna. Hi, Jonathan. Miss Deanna says, oh, thank goodness he's alive. Yep. Hi, Peter.
Alright, so we're going to be pushing the YouTube short.
Now the knight's no longer a hostage. I bet it'll kick us out of the plane. That's a good point, Peter.
Probably.
Hi, Daffy Duck. Hello, Brandon Williams. I don't know anything about the hurricane, guys, but all I know is we're keeping everyone in our thoughts and prayers. I actually did see an update about the hurricane because people were trying to say, like, the authorities of Florida were saying, like, a reporter asked kind of a stupid question about it and said, like, are people not allowed to rebuild? And they said, of course they're allowed to rebuild. They're allowed to rebuild their homes. Why wouldn't they? It's a free country. So I was happy for that.
Okay. Zheng Fa Presidential Plane. I must have been knocked unconscious again. Sir, you alright? Okay.
Are you alright, Mr. Edgeworth?
Never mind me. He didn't hurt me. Did he hurt you, Kay?
No, I'm fine. Only just woke up myself. My head will be sore for a while, but that's about it, so you can stop worrying.
Detective, did you manage to stop the killer? Well, see, Miss Lloyd came running out of the plane, and, she told us, he'd flown the coop. We were too late. I'm sorry, sir. Bodyguard over there told us something, too. Seems there's an inflatable boat missing from the window. The killer must have stolen it and rowed himself across the lake. Wow. What about the cordon around the park? I called everybody back and stake out of the plane, including the guys stationed across the water. No. So he's completely slipped through our fingers. Not the best look for the department, but yeah, he's gone.
I got your text message, Luke.
Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Knight, you're alive. Yeah, no thanks to that murderer. Oh, that reminds me. I found this lying on the ground next to you, Mr. Edgeworth. A calling card marked with a seashell. I guess he wanted to leave a message. Left behind by the assassin Shelley the Killer when he made his escape, adorned with his distinctive seashell emblem. The killer usually leaves these next to the bodies of his victims. But you're not dead, sir. But I could have been. Maybe that's the message. I can't stop thinking about those parting words. I've seen enough, and now I know the truth. I leave the rest in your capable hands, Mr. Edgeworth. And now I know the truth. The truth about what? Roger that. All clear out here, sir. Over. What is going on? That was the president. He's coming out. Now? Big burly guy. So this is the president, Mr. Di Jun Yang. Wang. Mr. Di Ju Wang.
Di Jun Wang, yep. Or you could call him Wang.
And you are. It is an honor to meet you, Mr. President. My name is Miles Edgeworth. The honor is all mine, Mr. Edgeworth. I am Wang. Your efforts on behalf of Zheng Fa have not gone unnoticed. You averted something of a crisis. He must be referring to the Attache case. Thank you, sir, but all I did was solve a few local cases of murder. You are too humble. I have been observing your investigation. You are an impressive operator, Mr. Edgeworth, even if the killer got away. That is very kind of you to say, so he was watching through his security feed. Sadly, I must inform you that this is as far as your investigation goes. What do you mean? Hear me, foolish prosecutor, for I shall say this once, and only once. Knight has appraised me of the state of affairs, and from this point forward the case will be handled by Zheng Fa's police force, the finest in the world. Even with the killer out of the picture, they're still looking to get me thrown off this case. Hey, what do you say, pal? Nobody talks to Mr. Edgeworth like that. And why are you lifting a finger at us? If it hadn't been for him, the killer would've... Detective? Forgive him, Mr. President, but I must confess to being somewhat confused. I fail to see how or why this case falls within Zheng Fa's jurisdiction. You fail to see. Enough, puny prosecutor. You seek explanations from head of state. I say no! 1,000 times no! I will not explain myself to the likes of you. Now hand over the evidence you have gathered and remove yourself from this plane. I'd do as he says if I were you, Edgeworth. This can't really be the end of the line, can it? Whoops. Case evidence handed over to Mr. Knight.
Yeah, you're right, Miss Deanna. He does look scarier than the killer.
Why? Why let us come this far, only to pull the case out from under us like a rug? Now, you may leave. Knight, detain the suspect. Yes, sir, right away. To make an attempt on my life, to murder one of my faithful servants. The villainy!
I didn't murder anybody, 'cause
Shut your mouth, Miss Journalist. Answer me this. In a world already lousy with lies, with deception, with sin and inequity, can we stand by and suffer yet another crime to go unpunished? I say no! 1,000 times no! There can be no forgiveness. There can be no surrender. Why, you ask me? Then I will tell you. He's hiding something, I'm certain of it. And if I leave now, we'll never know the truth. Mr. Edgeworth, sir!
Mr. Edgeworth! There's gotta be something we can do!
Think, Miles, remember. How many times have you faced situations like this in the courtroom? You've confronted the lies of the witnesses and countered the arguments of other lawyers. Has the critical evidence always been laid at your feet? No. And yet you always get to the truth of the situation in the end. With your greatest weapon of all, your words.
And your haircut. And your little foofy thing.
Oh, the chess game? Now, let us analyze the state of play. Mind
No!
chess.
I don't want to play mind chess. Minecraft.
Mind chess. 109. Mind chess.
It's time to play mind chess. Because we're battling in our mind.
So stop. Okay, we need more people to click on the show. While we do Mind Chest, if you could please click on the short, that'll help out a lot. Yeah, Mind Chest is the new feature for Ace Attorney Investigations Part 2. Let us analyze the state of play. Begone, puny prosecutor! Do you dare defy the direct orders of a president? Ooh. Did I already write Mind Chest?
You did.
Guys, stop. He's not going to listen. He clearly means to drown out any objection by means of pure rhetorical force. When an opponent is on the offensive, the best thing I can do is bide my time and wait for an opening. As he said himself, he's head of state. A seasoned politician, he won't open himself up to attack easily. I can't let him bully me into submission. I have to be calm and alert. If I can read his movements and expressions correctly, I may be able to find my moment. My first aim should be to find out why he's insisting on Zheng Fa taking over the case. The board is set. Time to make my opening gambit. Mind Chess!
Mind Chess!
So who will take the case? Please, about the case. Did I give permission to speak 1,000 times? No!
1,000 times no? Yeah, this guy does look kind of scary. He looks like a lion.
You must have realized by now that a massive corner you've talked yourself into. Worthless, meaningless bluster. Some pathetic ploy to buy time, perhaps. Maybe it was a little pathetic to chime in like that there. I can't let him bully me into the back foot. I have to stay calm and alert. If I can read his movements and expressions correctly, I may be able to find an opening. Save! Linky! Okay.
Explain. Who will take over? Let's see.
I can read his movements and expressions correctly. Explain why I'm off the case. Could you at least explain to me why I'm off the case? Imbecile! Cease your insolent jabbering. I need not explain myself to you. My reasons are my own, and they are none of your concern. If I want to take this any further, I need a clue of some kind. Let me try another tack for now. Please about... Did I give you permission to speak? I am the leader of Zheng Fa. I have no time for insolent backchat. I was simply hoping to confirm one basic fact. The investigation will now be assigned to your national police force. I do. Now enough of your pointless questions.
I think we should bide our time again. Be in control.
Good boy. The interior of this plane is the sovereign territory of Zheng Fa. You have no rights here. Is that so? Could it be that our current location itself is significant somehow? I should keep that in mind. It could be a useful clue.
Explain why I'm off the case. I don't know.
Could you at least explain to me why I'm off the case? Imbecile! Cease your insolent jabbering. I need not explain. Perhaps it's time to employ my clue. In the course of our conversation, I deduced certain facts from your behavior, Mr. President. For example, you seem particularly aggressive when discussing our current location.
Oh my gosh, look at him. He's all ripped.
You swarmy smart aleck. As you said yourself, the presidential plane is the sovereign territory of your country, and from that we can infer that you believe the rules of extraterritorial apply here inside here. Is that correct? Enough! Cease your objective whining. If you have nothing else to say, then stop wasting my time and get out of my sight.
What?
Maybe there is such a thing as biding my time too much.
Whoopsies.
I can't let him bully me into the back foot. If I can read the movements... We might have to load. We're gonna have to load. We don't have enough. We don't have enough time. Must load. Reason for removal of the case. Yes. Mind Chess. Thank you, Frankie, for the super chat.
Thank you, Frankie. You're breathtaking. Thank you so much.
I guess you can't add a heart to a sticker chat.
Because it already has a heart. Oh, we tried to heart it. Don't click the wrong thing on there, Luke.
I'm not.
Okay, and thank you, Justo Kenobi, for the gifted membership. And thank you, Mistiana, for the super chat. Thank you all.
If I can read his movements and expressions correctly, I may be able to find an opening.
Thank you so much, Frankie, for the help.
So who will take the case? Please about... Did I give you permission? No. Bide my time.
Bide your time, I think.
I'm the leader of this country. I have no time for your insolent backchat. I simply hoping to confirm one basic fact. You say that the investigation will now be assigned to your national police force? I do. Now enough of your pointless questions.
I think bide your time again.
Yep. Good boy. The interior of this plane is the sovereign territory of my country. You have no rights here. Is that so? Would it be that our current location itself is significant somehow? I should keep that in mind. Would be a useful clue.
Explain why I'm off the case.
Could you at least explain to me why I'm off the case? Imbecile! Cease your insolent jabbering. I need not explain myself to you. Perhaps it's time to employ my clue.
Related to the location?
In the course of our conversation, I've deduced certain facts from your behavior, Mr. President. For example, you seem particularly aggressive when discussing your location. You swarmy smart aleck. As you said yourself, the presidential plane is sovereign territory. And from that, we can infer that you believe that you are protected in this country as amnesty, correct? Enough! Cease your objective questioning.
Now go in for the kill!
Ah, you can rant and roar all you like, but you won't escape my scrutiny. It was unmistakable the moment I mentioned extraterritorial rights. You become visibly agitated. Ugh. You think you're clever, don't you? Let me answer your little question. It is true extraterritorial applies. Your laws mean nothing here. And why does that matter, you ask? It matters because it means you are powerless. You are neither influence nor authority here. Interesting. So the extraterritorial issue does have something to do with this? Let us dig a little deeper into the claim that the plane is sovereign territory. Alright, next phase. The next move will surely decide the victor. He may be the president, but nobody is untouchable. I just have to find the right angle of attack.
I think he overplayed his hand because he said something he shouldn't have.
Surely you see that you have overplayed your hand, sir. Nobody asked for your opinion. You need only obey me and nothing else.
What? I think we should hold the high ground and bide our time, maybe. I don't know.
You dare tell me how to govern, how to lead? You dare contradict me? On the matter of Miss Lloyd's guilt, yes, I do. No! She is guilty. She is the culprit. There is nothing left to debate.
Don't we have to figure it out?
Nah.
I think he's digging himself in a hole.
Bide my time again?
I think we should let him keep digging. Yeah, I think so. Let's let him talk.
Who else could have fired from the outside of the plane? There is no viable suspect. Fascinating. So he's claiming that Miss Lloyd fired at him from outside of the plane. This could be a vital clue.
Does that, maybe ask him if the rule about territorial stuff still applies.
You believe that extraterritorial applies here. Can you prove it? Do you even understand what you are asking? Of course. If I didn't, I wouldn't have asked it. Have you no shame calling into question the good word of one such as myself?
Now he's getting cocky. I think we should just let him sink himself into a hole, maybe. I don't know.
I have no more time for this. You clearly cannot be saved from your own foolishness. You needn't worry about me. I'm not the one who needs saving. That would be Miss Lloyd, the woman who is being wrongfully accused of this crime. Your chivalry is admirable, but it changes nothing. The right to extraterritorial cannot be denied. This is Zheng Fa. Ha! Time to deploy my clue. She fired at you from outside the plane?
Yeah.
I may not be able to call the extraterritorial of the presidential plane into doubt. However, according to you, she shot at you from outside of the aircraft, correct? In which case, extraterritorial could not possibly apply in this case. Your assertion is entirely without merit, and the detainment of Miss Lloyd cannot be justified.
How could I have? Bested by a mere prosecutor, but I am the president! The president!
Checkmate, President.
Oh. Oh, wow.
I'm gonna need more tea. Mind chess, checkmate.
Yep.
I trust you won't mind if we continue our investigation now, Mr. President.
I hereby officially and unreservedly confer my approval. Consider it a gesture of magnanimity and generosity for which my good office is known. Yes, for without noble acts such as... unmistakably and irrefutably for which reason we hereby, therefore, can be no other outcome, for our goals are loftily in our hearts. People of Zheng Fa, I swear to you here and now, this investigation will continue.
All that when he could have just said, okay, you got me.
Mr. Knight, if you would care to return the evidence to my person, please. Take it back, I suppose. Case evidence retrieved from Mr. Knight.
We did it, Mr. Edgeworth!
We sure did, and now the investigation can continue. Whatever, enjoy your pocket full of pawns. I'll be over here enjoying how you put them into play. Then you will definitely enjoy my next move. Mr. President, one more favor if you would be so kind.
What is it?
Would you please give us your testimony concerning the incident itself?
Now you want me to testify?
Whoa, 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 that's your next move? If you want the president to testify, you'll have to take him to court. All in good time, Mr. Knight. He will get his day in court soon enough. But if a person of interest refuses to cooperate at the investigation stage of the process, they are obliged to provide detailed justification as to their reasons for doing so. That's, what's the matter? Is there something you'd rather we didn't know?
Stand down, Knight. I will do as the prosecutor asks.
Thank you for your cooperation, Mr. President.
Now listen, and listen well.
Okay.
Yep, and... Thank you again, Frankie, for the super chat. You're breathtaking, Frankie. Thank you.
President Wangs testimony.
And Luke put the short that went up today in the chat. If you guys want to help out with that, thank you, everyone.
All right, so the short is up to 800 now. I'm gonna have to push a different short.
I was pushing one before that was a Von Karma one. I can put it in again.
It's always good to see that there's stuff actually happening going.
Oh, okay. I like to go in the shorts in a theme.
Yeah, I know, but I like to see ones that are actually getting traction. So we're gonna go with where's one that's not being watched? There it is. I found one for Link the Cat. So we've got, because there are 30 people still watching the Injustice short, so there. This is the one. We're going to do this cat short, and then we'll get to the testimony of the president. Sorry guys, we have to push shorts because we're shadow banned. We have to keep our views up hourly. Yesterday, on Saturday, our channel dropped the lowest it's ever dropped on a weekend at 29,000 views for the day. We're usually like at least over 30 on the weekend, so that was kind of terrifying. And today's not doing much better.
Where was I when the incident occurred? The stage, of course. Suddenly, Rook and Knight jumped in front of me. Then, bang! A shot rang out, and unblemished balloon of red exploded nearby. Not hesitating for an instant, my bodyguards tried to escort me back to safety of the plane. And then, the second shot! The bullet went straight through Rook and lodged itself in the bulletproof vest I was wearing.
Okay.
I guess if you look at it that way, the president is also a victim here.
Yes, the victim of an attempted assassination. Rook was simply in the wrong place at the wrong time.
But that makes it even weirder. Why would the target of a crime try to obstruct the investigation?
My guess is that there's something behind all this that he doesn't want made public.
A cover-up, huh? I knew there was more to this case than meets the eye, sir.
And the president isn't the only one who knows the truth. Isn't that right, Mr. Knight? Time to get to the bottom of this once and for all.
Oh, wow.
Mr. Knight knows something that he shouldn't. Maybe he accidentally killed Rook. Or he is the assassin, I don't know.
Where was I when the incident occurred?
Hold it! And how would you describe the incident exactly?
Oh, you naive little man. Do you really think your simple, silly questions will shake me? I was involved in a craven attempt to silence me with cold steel. And while I was speaking to my adoring public, no less. Suddenly, Rook and Knight jumped in front of me.
Hold it!
When they stepped in to protect you, you were aware of the fact that you were being targeted.
Was I aware of the... No! I was aware of my audience, nothing else. When I step to the podium, I enter another world entirely, a place of rapture, a place beyond words.
Yeah, I think that's called stage fright. I bet you were like a deer in the headlights.
No, 1,000 times no. I remember every second. Each moment is undeniably etched in my memory. When Rook and Knight stepped in, I was shocked, overwhelmed, taken aback.
You look like you were a deer in the headlights.
Then bang, a shot rang out, and a planned, unblemished balloon of red exploded nearby.
Hold it!
You mean the samurai balloon? About the balloon.
Are you trying to test me, Mr. Prosecutor?
No, Mr. President, I simply wish to confirm what you remember.
Very well. There was two very large, very round balloons, one on either side of the stage. Their deep crimson hue stood stark against the sky, just as the security plans said they would.
The same security plan we found in the trash can, I assume.
Rook and Knight leapt to my aid just before the balloon exploded. Not hesitating for an instant, my bodyguards tried to escort me back to the safety of the plane.
Hold it!
You said they tried to escort you back onto the plane.
Yes, that is exactly what I said. They threw open their Attache Cases.
They must be the moment Kay captured on camera.
And immediately moved to help me back onto the aircraft. And then the second shot.
Hold it!
Do you know where that second bullet went?
Is this how you treat a foreign dignitary, or do you really think such needling questions necessary?
Okay.
Whoa! What's he so upset about?
Must you insist on going over the same details again and again? Even my patience has its limits. You know full well where it went. The bullet went through Rook and lodged itself into the bulletproof vest I was wearing.
Hold it!
If I may ask, what was the victim like in that moment?
He was a man amongst men, a real hero. The mere impact of the bullet took my breath away, and yet he had the strength to grab me and rushed me back inside the presidential plane.
So you and the victim entered the plane together, is that correct?
Yes, he offered his noble protection, and I gladly accepted it. All was it as it should be. It sounds nice and all, but doesn't that just mean he's always the first to make his escape?
He's the president, Detective. It's basically in his job description to do so.
Huh, nothing he's saying seems to be too off base.
Guys, the victim here wouldn't make much sense for him to lie, you know? I guess we gotta assume he's telling the...
No, one of the things he said is clearly wrong.
Nani?
Think back to the scene of the crime, Detective.
Huh? Did we miss something? All right, let me see the evidence again.
It might as well take another look myself. Alright, so what should we press? Or present, I mean. 130. 20. Present. So the incident occurred at the stage, of course. Suddenly, Rook and Knight jumped in front of me. Then bang! A shot rang out plain, and an unblemished balloon of red exploded nearby.
Actually, I think that's incorrect. I don't think there was a red balloon that exploded. I think that's wrong.
You don't think a red balloon exploded?
I think that's incorrect. I think we have evidence that it was a different balloon.
Okay. So you're talking about the samurai balloon?
Yeah, I think that was the balloon that exploded. So that's incorrect. So something is wrong with that statement. Maybe something was changed on the day of the assassination attempt or something.
Maybe. Alright. Hi.
What is it?
You're cute. Present balloon.
Objection!
The meter disappears, so I'm correct. You say it was plain red balloon that burst, but I strongly beg to differ. What? Take a look at this. I think you'd agree that it's hardly the plane, wouldn't you? No! What? Who is that? Mr. President, meet the Steel Samurai. I would have hoped you might recognize him, especially if you were hoping to integrate yourself with the people of this country.
Yeah, you need to watch the Jammin' Ninja too. He's amazing.
So you see, the balloon that was struck by the bullet was anything but plain, sir. It was in fact the Steel Samurai.
Yeah, don't disrespect the show, President Wang.
I don't watch children's shows.
Well,
But the briefing mentioned 2 plain red balloons.
that was incorrect.
And there they are, right on the security plan.
Well, that wasn't. Do they look pretty plain, don't they? Just simple round balloons.
Knight, what is the meaning of this? Explain yourself. Yeah, Mr. President, it seems the Steel Samurai balloon was borrowed at the last moment, sir. Borrowed? That's what we were told. I guess they only reported the incident to us bodyguards, though. Seems there's a little trouble here on the site last night. One of the original balloons burst somehow.
So they swapped it in as an emergency replacement?
Yeah, one of the stall holders happened to have it. From what I hear, he was more than willing to lend it out. A very happy-go-lucky kind of guy, they said. A happy-go-lucky stall holder with a Steel Samurai balloon to spare.
Seems suspicious.
Larry. They filled just the balloon part up with air to make it look like the other ornamental balloons.
Oh.
So while it was a Steel Samurai balloon, it was made to look like a plain, simple red one above water. Is that the long and short of it? Knight! Why was I not informed of this?
I mean, it's a balloon.
Sorry, sir, we didn't think it was a pressing issue, because, well, I mean, it's just a balloon. And indeed, you saw it and knew no different, correct? Yes, I suppose so. Could he really have mistaken the Steel Samurai's pants for plain red balloon? Still, Mr. President, I struggle to see how you wouldn't have noticed something different about the balloon. Of course! What? That outburst, what is it for? Now I remember. I could barely see the balloon.
Yeah, right.
You couldn't see it. That is right. The wind was blowing too hard. The flags to the sides of the stage were flapping.
Incessantly.
Incessantly and blocking my view. Is that so? Yes, those 2 flags. They were being blown back towards me.
What? That contradicts what we saw in the diagram.
there would have been a strong wind blowing right around the time of the incident. Strong enough to blow the flags in just such a fashion. But does that conflict in any way with our understanding of the case?
Yes, it does, because the flag was blown the other way before.
Yep.
There's something really off about this case. Oh my gosh, this reminds me of the Monk episode in which there was a bodyguard that was shot, and they were trying to figure out all the reasons why they would be trying to shoot at the politician that the bodyguard was defending. He was like running for mayor or something, or a governor or something. And the end of the spoiler alert, the end of the episode, you find out that they were actually trying to shoot the bodyguard all along. They weren't even aiming for him. They had to pretend that they were aiming for the politician so that they could clearly shoot the bodyguard without suspicion.
Okay, guys and gals, we've only had 5 people click the short. We need more than 5 people because this is not doing well. So we have to put views elsewhere on the channel since this stream is like nosediving big time. Like, just to put this in perspective, the stream is at 1 hour and 30 minutes. We're only at 500 views. So that is, compared to yesterday's Ace Attorney episode, that is 275 views under where it's supposed to be. So we need to put views back into the channel by having people watch the shorts. So we'll be pushing that short for the next 10 minutes or so that we can see some, like, movement on the channel. Otherwise, we'll have to end the stream immediately and start the next stream. And Ace Attorney will still require 1,000 views to get another stream, which means it'll be very difficult. But this is unheard of on the weekend, so... But does that conflict in any way with our understanding? Yes. Thank you, Mr. President. Your testimony has revealed yet another contradiction. It has? Yes, a contradiction that could turn this entire case on its head. I don't see how the flags could... When I arrived on the scene, the wind had died down and the flags were resting calmly for the most part. But if the wind had previously been blowing the flags as the President describes, a certain piece of evidence suddenly takes on a very different meaning. Which piece of evidence contradicts the stated conditions of the stage at this time of the incident? Do we have a picture of the flags? No, we do not.
Didn't we make our own diagram of the bullet? There we go. Why don't we try presenting that?
Okay.
Because that was our bullet, that was our diagram. I think we should present it.
Okay.
Take that!
Earlier we deduced that the bullet has struck the Steel Samurai balloon. And the bullet that passed through the flags were one and the same. From these two things, we further deduced the trajectory that the bullet must have taken. And concluded that our shooter must have fired from the left side of the spectator area. But if the flags were blown as the President describes, our conclusion becomes quite different.
No way! If the flags were pointed in the other direction!
Exactly. Our trajectory changes completely. What? And if we trace the trajectory back to its source, we can ascertain who really fired the shot.
Wait, but Mr. Edgeworth, that would mean...
Yes, I know. We may not yet understand the reason why, but it could only have been one person who did it.
What?
Who does the bullet's new trajectory implicate as one of the ones who fired the shot?
Yeah, it reminds me of NCIS 2, Game Wing, definitely. So who would have fired the shot?
Probably be the Mr. Knight.
Who are the different people? This is Bronco Knight. Oh wait, you're saying that he shot the other bodyguard?
I think so.
Oh my gosh! What? Yeah, it kind of reminds me of NCIS on Game Wing, definitely.
Alright, let's do an update to see how people are doing with the short, because I can tell. We were at, where are we?
Stop breaking these is the short you want.
Stop breaking these is now 10 people have clicked it. So we need more than 10 people. And of course we're being DDoSed because we're trying to save our channel. Of course.
Of course it's happening.
Of course it's happening, yes it is. Because you have to kick people while you're down because that's what criminals do. It's in their MO. Okay. Where's the sound? We lower the sound and get rid of the mic when we're running our trace equipment so that our internet doesn't crash.
Yep. And you
Because when they DDoS us, we trace them, so it's like a game of tag.
Yeah,
Basically.
we have to hear to trace them.
Okay, so anyway, where were we? We were... I don't remember what we're doing. Whose bullets... New trajectory implicates the one that fired the shot.
We figured out the only person who could have fired it was the other bodyguard.
Yeah.
Bronco Knight.
Okay, let's try.
Take that!
The person who fired that shot was none other than you, Mr. Knight. What? The path from the balloon back through the flag leads directly to the spot where you were standing. Bullet trajectory data updated in my organizer. Hey, but he's the guy who's one of the president's bodyguards. Why the heck would he go around shooting balloons? That's a very
good question.
Very good question. And good question indeed. Okay, why the heck would he go around shooting balloons? This is absurd. What exactly are you trying to imply? That Mr. Knight, a man who saved my life countless times, is my would-be assassin?
I think he was going for the other guy.
Seriously, Edgeworth, we put up with a lot from you, but this... We're President Wang's bodyguards. We're the pieces put on the board to protect the king. I'll handle this, Knight. Sorry, sir. Mr. Edgeworth, the wind has indeed blowing quite fiercely around the time of my speech. But the wind can pick up and die away in an instant, can it not? Therefore, I need proof that it was blowing hard enough to lift the flags during the crucial moment. The first shot was fired right around the time the president raised his fist. I have a piece of evidence that shows just that. Perhaps I can also show us what was happening when the flag then too.
A piece of evidence that shows that it was blowing really fast. Let's see. Okay. Piece of evidence that shows it was blowing a lot. Let's see. Okay, didn't Kay take some selfies or something? Maybe it'll show what way the flag was blowing in her selfies. Let's see. Maybe it'll show it in some of the pictures she took. Well, I don't see... There it is! Wait, that's a flag.
I think.
Let's see.
Can't really see the flags on the stage. What is it, buddy? Yep, thank you for watching the short, guys. Appreciate that. That helps.
Alright, well, I think we should present it because that's the only evidence we have, and then we can just look at it from there.
Present this? Kay's photos?
I think so, yeah. We might as well. I mean, I can't... Unless you can find anything else. That's the closest we have.
Okay.
I don't know. That's what I would do. Unless anyone else has some suggestions.
Okay. We'll try it.
Take that!
Your proof is in the picture right here. This should be good. Which picture? Where?
Maybe that one?
We can see which way the flag is really blowing. Right here.
The flag, I guess.
Take that!
Well, do you deny that it clearly shows the flag? There you have it. Proof that it was blowing towards you at the moment of the shooting. So that means our pal over there did shoot the balloon.
Making him the assassin?
Mr. Knight is not the assassin.
Yeah, I don't think he is.
Mr. Knight is not the assassin. He may have shot the balloon, but the president was on the other side of him entirely. Therefore, he can't have been aiming at his boss.
He was aiming at the bodyguard, maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yeah, besides, why would I even shoot the balloon? What would be the point? And watch how you answer, or I might aim for something else next.
Okay, why would you be randomly threatening us? And also, why did you mention the fact that you didn't shoot the balloon?
Nobody can hear us. And watch how you answer, or I might aim for something else next.
Why would he be randomly threatening us? That seems very suspect.
I don't know. There was a point, I'm sure of it. If I can figure out what it was, perhaps I can finally put this whole conundrum to rest. Knight definitely shot the balloon. The fact alone changes everything about the case. Okay, so this is logic time.
Well, I think that... Knight shot the balloon. So that would be my guess, because the fact that he said, "Don't you dare say I shot the balloon," or "I be careful what I shoot next," that means the fact that he reacted so weirdly to that, I think he did it. So I would put it together with Knight shot the balloon with Knight's position, because he would have been in position to shoot the balloon.
Yeah, that's what I was figuring too. Okay. Why did Knight assign position change? I told you I can't turn my neck to the right. Could only cover the president's left side. So I wound up moving the right side of the stage. But is that the only reason? Let us suppose that the plan hadn't changed, that Knight had remained posted on the left. Given that he was unable to turn his head to the right, would he even be able to shoot the balloon closest to him? Could it be that the security plan was changed for the express purpose of popping one of the balloons? And if we suppose that to be the case, the two plans are different. Was the security detail reorganized at some point? Yeah, we made some last-minute changes yesterday. President's orders.
President's orders?
That's right, the president was the one who ordered the change.
Weird. 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 So, the assassination, the change of plans and the assassination attempt have to be connected. That means that somehow the president was involved in his own assassination attempt. That's weird. Something is very sus.
They made it look like an assassination attempt.
Maybe.
If I'm reading this right, the president knew in advance about the balloon shooting, which means he must have been given foreknowledge he would be in someone's crosshairs today as well.
Oh, wow.
And if that's true, then everything else that's been bothering me falls neatly into place.
Oh, wow.
How did the shooter get a gun past such heavy security? And why would they carry out the shooting wearing such a conspicuous item of clothing? Why use a laser sight that would give away their location in an instant?
Because they were setting somebody up, maybe.
And how did the president suffer no injuries at all despite a direct hit to the vest?
Oh my gosh, you're right.
These are the questions that Knight and the president don't want us to consider.
Maybe they planted the bullet in the vest.
I don't know. There is only one possible reason for Mr. Knight to have fired his gun. To create the illusion of an assassination attempt.
What?
Oh! Idiot, you do understand what you're saying. Oh, I understand all too well. I understand everything now. Most of all, I understand why you were so keen to take this investigation off my hands, Mr. President.
You wanted your real plans to remain hidden.
How dare you speak that way to me? Is this some sort of joke?
Oh, it's no joke, I assure you. It is simply the truth, as revealed by the careful application of logic and reasoning, nothing more. The first shot was fired by Mr. Knight with the specific intention of hitting that balloon. The sound of gunfire and the bursting of balloon were guaranteed to cause a panic. And then he fired again.
He did? Whoa!
Yes, he fired 2 bullets, both of which were aimed at the balloon. As for why he did it so, it's because the second shot was designed to create the impression that the president had been hit.
So then, what's the deal with the one in the vest?
I'm still willing to bet that the bullet was planted there long before the shooting ever occurred.
Oh my gosh!
Wow.
Ha! So Mr. Heroic President didn't take a bullet after all!
That's not true. I was shot, I tell you.
Yeah, right. You were not.
We'll be able to verify that for ourselves once we take a closer look at the bullet. At the very least, we can expect to find traces of Mr. Rook's blood on it, correct?
Oh, wow.
No! But you said yourself you found the shooter in the photograph, the person with the red hood.
Objection!
I thought I made myself clear. The trajectory points to only one possible shooter, Mr. Knight.
Then where does Tabby fit into all this, Mr. Edgeworth?
She was simply one part of their plan. In order to place the suspicion elsewhere, they set about creating a fake assassin. The highly suspicious person with the red hood. Whoops. I have yet to ascertain exactly how complacent Miss Lloyd was in this whole scheme. But I can say with some confidence that none of the shots were fired by her. I suspect her only job was to point a laser sight at the president.
That's right! Then I was...
Tasked with turning your jacket inside out the moment the crowd flew into a panic, yes, I know.
Wow.
Thus making the mysterious red-hooded shooter disappear in the blink of an eye. Then, when the gun and the security plan were later found in the trash can, it would have appeared to all been the work of an assassin so skilled they could vanish into thin air.
But then the case would have gone cold, sir.
Exactly what our friends were hoping for.
Makes sense! Now, why would they wanted you off the case, Mr. Edgeworth?
Indeed, because the entire affair was a cheap ruse perpetrated by the president himself.
Oh my gosh! He faked his own assassination? What?
Did he just drop some body sizes?
What is happening to him? Why does he look weird now?
No.
His muscles were fake too?
The presidential mask has truly and well slipped off. Admit it, their entire assassination was a lie, wasn't it?
Oh, if that stupid chief prosecutor hadn't insisted on citing you. Oh, how could I let this happen?
Objection!
That's enough, Edgeworth.
That's right.
Mr. Knight!
Sorry, but I'm speaking with the president right now. Yeah, well, I'm doing my job as knight and protecting my king.
But we just found out the assassination wasn't even real, dude.
Go ahead and keep running your mouth. Perhaps it would be better if we stuck to threatening each other with words.
He wouldn't, would he?
Nah, I don't need this thing to shut you up. Alright, my move, question. You claim I fired my gun from on stage. How do you figure I did that in front of a crowd of thousands? An excellent point. Time for my counter move, I suppose. You had a certain something that allowed you to conceal your actions. A certain something, huh? Mighty specific. Where did Knight use to hide the actions from the crowd? The briefcase. Bulletproof attached briefcase.
Yeah, probably.
Fired it from behind the briefcase. And actually, if you go back and let's look at the picture. Let me just double check.
go back and look at the picture, you can see that the gun is not in display. So it's hiding behind the briefcase.
Oh my gosh, you're right. Look at, he could have his gun right there where he shot it. Where his arm is right behind it right there.
Behind the briefcase,
I think so, Luke.
That is very simple.
Miss Deanna says it costs the life of a bodyguard.
That's true.
Yeah, if they set this up just for, like, this fun little thing, they literally got a bodyguard shot, so I feel like they have some answering to do. Not just answering, but I feel like they need to get in major trouble for that.
He's a fake lion. Alright, let's present the briefcase.
He's pretending to be a lion.
My Attache Case? Yes. Take a look at Case photograph, if you will, please. Your right hand is completely obscured by the case. At the very moment this picture was taken, you were firing your weapon.
Oh my gosh.
And in such a way that you wouldn't be detected.
Objection.
Wow.
Hold on a second there, hombre. You don't like to let facts get in the way of a good theory, do you, Edgeworth? A shame you don't seem to have noticed, though. Notice what, exactly? That theories are all you have. Conjectures and nothing more. The flag was billowing in the wind at precisely the right moment. I hid my firearm with my attached case. We changed the security plan because I couldn't turn my head. It's all just speculation, circumstantial evidence at best. You can't prove any of it, son. If you at least had the bullet that burst the balloon, you might have scrapped some credibility. Imagine you can't run forensics to see if it matched my weapon. But nope, that bullet is at the bottom of the lake. You gonna dredge it up? I hate to say it, but he's right. I don't have anything concrete. I thought not. Maybe now you shut your mouth.
Dude, you can't just point your weapon at people.
Why'd she say hold it? Miss Lloyd, what is it? Of course, she could shed some light on this whole situation. I just need to get her to talk. What's the matter? Something you want to say, Miss Journalist?
No, never mind.
That's what I thought. Miss Lloyd. I need you to be brave. If you don't speak up, the truth will be lost forever. You are a journalist, after all, are you not?
Dang it! I can't stay quiet any longer.
Hey, you understand what you're doing, right? I'd think carefully before opening that mouth of yours, girlie.
I was so focused on bagging me a scoop, I forgot the most important thing of all. Real journalists don't lie. Ain't no dang scoop if it ain't the truth. I'm sorry, Mr. Edgeworth. I should have showed you this before.
What is it?
It's the laser pointer I used on the president. But that's all I done. I never shot nobody.
I mean, putting a laser pointer on a...
You could still get in real trouble
you could
for
still go to jail for
putting that on anyone, any government official.
Also, you could get taken out by Secret Service because they have no idea.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't bring your cat laser pointer to the thing.
You stupid... I thought I told you squeal and you go down as an accomplice.
It was him! He told me to do it! It was at Zheng Fa's embassy, sniffing out a story like I told you. I was there. That was 3 days back. And he comes up to me out of the blue, just starts talking to me. Help me out, and I'll get you the exclusive access to the president, that kind of stuff and whatnot.
But what about the gun in the trash can?
That I don't know nothing about. I swear it. All he told me was to wear a jacket with a red hood and then point out to where the pointer and point that their pointer at the president. I never thought for a minute it'd blow up in my face so bad. I'm sorry, truly I am. I mean, you should have thought about this from the beginning, that they would set you up.
Thank you, Miss Lloyd. I'd like you to testify to that effect when this goes to trial. It ought to go a long way towards proving that the assassination was a sham. What's wrong with you people? Don't any of you know what's good for you? My sympathies, Mr. Knight. Had you successfully removed me from this case, you had intended to, perhaps then you would have kept your pawn quiet, Did he just shoot himself?
I have no idea.
So let me get this straight. You told Tabby if you let slip about her fake assassination plot, we'll have you convicted for murder? Or something like that?
Of all the dirty... I said no such thing. Oh. President Wang? I give it up, Knight. It is time we come clean. It is our only choice. Mr. President, you admit you would... So, Mr. President, you admit it. You admit that there was a plot to a fake assassination attempt? I do. I'm sorry.
But why? Why do something like that, Mr. President?
My popularity has been on the wane back home. I thought surviving an attempt on my life might give me the boost I needed. I know what we did was wrong, so yes, it was all lies. All of it.
But what about the bodyguard who died?
And the bullets in the vest? It was planted ahead of time. I wasn't hit by anything today.
But somebody was shot.
Yeah, we're getting to that, Amber. Relax.
I know, I'm just stressed out because that person died and everyone's just pretending like everything's normal.
Right, fictional character, honey.
It doesn't feel fictional to me. He's on the floor with blood all over him. Okay. It's scary to me. But then, what was up with the killer?
Our plan got out somehow, and then he just appeared, hell-bent on turning our fake assassination into a real one. Hence the red raincoat, I suppose. He'd hoped to get in close enough as the fake assassin to finish the job. There is one thing I don't understand, though. Oh, and what is that, you cowardly lion? Why did Rook have to die? If the whole thing was fake, how did he end up getting killed for real? That's true, and therein lies the real question. He was a fine bodyguard, the best in fact. He may not have been a native of our country, but he was someone I could truly trust.
Mr. Rook must have been really something to gain the trust of someone who'd hide from his own shadow.
Maybe try that again.
Mr. Rook must have really been something to gain the trust of someone who'd hide from his own shadow.
Sounds like he was trustworthy of the president as I am to you, sir. I believe that's for me to say, Detective, not you. Mr. Rook must have known about the plan too, then, correct? He wasn't aware of any specific details, so not really, no. I tried to involve him, but he refused. And you would have done well to listen to him. Oh, this is a tragedy. The life of a good man has been wasted. What's so great about him anyway?
What?
What's gotten into him? He was just another piece on the board, there to protect you, nothing more. Mr. Knight, how could you?
It's a human being, jerk.
Who was it that actually went along with your plan, huh, Mr. President? While that pious coward backed down when you needed him to step up the most. I value your support too, of course, but... Look, I'm your chief bodyguard now. That's all that matters. And now that spineless fool Rook is gone, things are going to change around here.
What?
Thanks to me, genius strategist, grandmaster, rightful leader of this team.
So he got promoted by the other guy dying?
We are well aware of your ambitions, Knight. But doesn't this seem a little impertinent to you? Why? My plan this time was perfect. As they always are, and they always will be. That's quite a statement. Especially considering that your perfect plan was an abject failure. Yeah, no thanks to you, and that buffoon Rook. And how exactly was it Rook's fault? If he hadn't died, the killer would have come... if he hadn't died, the killer would have never come after me. And I wouldn't have had to let you on this plane. Please, Mr. Knight, you mustn't talk like that. Fine, that guy died protecting you, Mr. President. I'm sure that's just what he always wanted. But did he die protecting the president?
Wait! I thought the whole assassination thing was fake!
Ah, come on. Do I have to say everything twice? We planned to fake the assassination, but somebody else came along and tried to make it real. 2 shots were fired, remember? Like you said, Edgeworth, one of them was the bullet I shot through the balloon. But the second... that wasn't me. Oh, really? Then who did fire it? The real assassin, but not the killer. His plan was to come after the president with a knife. Nope, the most likely suspect here is the piece cowering quietly in the corner. Our little white queen over there.
What?
She doesn't even have a gun. Miss Lloyd?
Again with this? I'm not your danged assassin.
But is that really true? I, for one, don't believe it. The gun in the trash can, it can only belong to you. Okay.
Okay, may I ask a question? Okay, remember the gun we found with 2 bullets missing? So he's saying he only shot the balloon? Okay, I'm just what do you call it, brainstorming here. He said he only shot the balloon.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other gun we found had 0 bullets missing.
Okay.
But if he shot the balloon and then another person shot the other bodyguard, then each gun would have 1 bullet missing, but that's not what happened.
Okay.
His gun, one gun had 2 bullets missing.
Stop saying gun. It's a trigger word.
His firearm had 2 bullets missing, and the other firearm had 0. That means, I think he shot both things.
Yeah, he probably shot both.
I think he shot the bodyguard and he shot the balloon because it showed a firearm with 2 bullets missing. Okay. That's my personal opinion.
Okay. As soon as I shot that balloon, I rushed over to help Rook escort the president back onto the plane. I left Rook here in this room while I secured the president in the safe room. When I came back, Rook was lying there on the ground. This journalist must have shot Rook while we were escorting the president off the stage. That single killer shot was fired by a weapon you found in the trash can. There's no way.
No.
So you don't actually know when the victim was struck by the bullet, do you? The knight doesn't protect the Rook, Edgeworth. It protects the king.
You want to translate that?
He means that he's only concerned for protecting the president, not his fellow bodyguard. Lose the king, you lose the game. Isn't that the first rule of chess? But a win in which a key piece is sacrificed is a hollow victory indeed.
Exactly.
Doesn't matter, it's still victory. I kept the president safe, I win.
From nothing, it was a fake assist.
It's a bit early to be calling our little match in any case, for this is where our battle really begins.
You protected him from nothing. The bullet in his vest was fake.
Yeah, I know, Amber.
I'm just angry at this person.
Angry at a fictional character.
Yeah, I am, because he's making me mad.
Mm-hmm.
He's being a real jerk. He's like, oh, look at me, I did such a great job protecting him. It's like, it wasn't real.
Alright, let's go with... What's a good one we can do? Knock yourself out, meet leaving. Where is the short? You won't beat Superman. 30 people. We want to go with something that people aren't watching. Alright, here we go. We're gonna go with the short called He Has No Idea. What is that?
Okay, in the last 30 minutes, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 comments on this short.
Fantastic. All right,
Great
guys.
job, everyone. Game Wing and everyone who commented.
Okay, next short, guys, is a cat short. So if we could get as many people to click on that as possible, we're going to do the Knight's Gambit. As soon as I shot that balloon, I rushed over to help Rook escort the president on the plane. Hold it right there. The victim really didn't take part in your little plan, now did he? Nope. And he kept him in the dark of the details as well.
So he really thought the president was in danger? But wait, he must have noticed that the shot came from right next to him.
Maybe he did. Guess we'll never know. And even if he did know it was a shame, he still had a job to do, and he still had to protect his king. And he was able to make a judgment call like that in a split second. Impressive, he really was as capable as they say. Not so capable that I couldn't read him like a book. It made it so he had no choice but to go along with our little performance. I left Rook here in this room while I secure the president in the safe.
Hold it!
Why do that? You and the president both knew the whole thing was a sham.
Exactly.
But it had to seem real. There were people everywhere, after all. It's not a good look, right? Imagine if someone had spotted a man who'd just been shot at, hanging out in his plane, sipping juice, like he didn't have a care in the world. And what was the victim doing? Sorry. And what was the victim doing during all of this? Who knows? I was in the safe room, like I said. Anyway, when I came back out, Rook was lying there on the ground with blood.
Hold it!
Where on the ground exactly? Right where he is now, the middle of the floor. The door on the outside was shut, though. I guess the bullet just hit him right before he closed it. And thanks to this little blunder, my whole plan fell apart. Mr. Knight, you mustn't talk that way. He may have kept you safe, Mr. President, but he isn't here now to save your good name. I'd call that dereliction of duty. Wouldn't you call it that? An honorable try, which is more than what you would give, I'd say. Sorry, but that's just how it is. Miss Journalist must have shot Rook while we were escorting the president off the stage.
Hold it!
Weren't you and Mr. Rook both carrying bulletproof Attache cases? Yeah, opened them right after Rook spotted the laser sight. We moved into the covering positions and used them to shield the president. So the bullet that hit Mr. Rook traveled through a gap in the defensive shield? Do you really believe Miss Lloyd to be that skilled of a marksperson? Nope, she was aiming for the president. That makes her a lousy shot. So it was pure coincidence that Mr. Rook took the hit, and the bullet simply happened to find its way past your Attache case and through the gap in his vest. Seems crazy to me too, but the facts are the facts. It was shot in a million, but the shooter hit the bullseye, and the proof is in your hands right there. That single killer shot was fired by a gun you found in the trash can.
Hold it!
So the second shot had nothing to do with you. Right, that one was fired by your young little friend there. Imagine the scoop she'd have bagged if she had hit its mark.
I'm a journalist, you hear? I don't make facts, I report them!
Yeah, well, a journalist who signed up to a fake assassination plan in the hopes of getting a story.
Well, that's not...
Look, I'll admit it. I set the whole thing up. And your role was to aim that laser there pointer at the president. It's my fault that it wasn't enough for you, huh? You were the one who decided to bring a gun to the party.
Wow.
Who knows, maybe you thought that if you kept on shooting, you could shut me up too? So, Mr. Knight suggesting that he had just fired one shot and then Miss Lloyd fired the second.
Yeah! Basically implying that Tabby also had a gun on her. I mean, firearm.
Firearm or weapon?
Beats me where she could have got one from, but hey!
His entire testimony is pure conjecture. He can't prove any of it.
You're right. Let's hit him with some cold, hard, undeniable evidence, Mr. Edgeworth.
Alright, so we're back to square one. What do you want to present?
Well, let's see. So he said that he shot the balloon and that he's saying that Lloyd, Tabby Lloyd, shot the other gun, weapon. Darn it. So
You're really bad at this.
so I think we should present that thing we found in the trash can because it had two weapon particles that you shoot out of a weapon.
You're talking about bullets.
It had 2 bullets missing. Yeah, I think we should present that. I think we should present that.
Okay, so you want to present the fact that there are 2 things missing from the chamber.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Objection!
Okay. So you contend that it was you who shot the balloon and Miss Lloyd who shot Mr. Rook, eh? Are you sure about that? Yeah, sure, I'm sure. While what you've proposed would indeed match up with the total number of shots heard, the weapon from the trash can itself has not been fired. Sorry. The weapon from the trash can itself has also been fired twice. What? Now, why would you suppose the number of shots heard from this gun differ from the number of spent... Why would you suppose the number of shots heard from this firearm differ from the number of spent rounds? It's simple, because it was planted. Planted by the real perpetrator of the crime.
Oh, somebody faked the evidence?
Yes, and if you think about it, the reason for doing so is obvious. To ensure that whoever found the weapon would conclude that the shooter had been in the spectator area. And in order to do that, they had to make it seem as both shots had come from this one weapon.
I get it, so that's why it's got 2 spent rounds, huh?
Precisely. As we have already proven, the bullet that burst the balloon came from a different weapon, which makes it entirely possible that the bullet which killed Mr. Rook didn't come from this weapon either. Heh, nice work, Edgeworth. That's some high-grade sleuthing. But why don't you get to the point? You've come this far, spit it out! Oh, I intend to, don't worry. The person who really shot Mr. Rook was Mr. Knight.
I think so, like I super sus.
You, Mr. Knight, you were the one who murdered Mr. Rook. Oh, finally got up the courage to say it, huh? Surely not, surely you wouldn't have. It wasn't only the killer who tried to take advantage of this fake murder plot. You killed Mr. Rook hoping that he would look like an accident victim of a bludgeoned... What?
Bungled.
You killed Mr. Rook hoping that he would look like an accidental victim of a bungled assassination. With the president locked away in the safe room and the door of the airplane tightly closed, it was just you and Mr. Rook alone together. And that is when the third bullet was fired right into your colleague's body. Point blank range.
Oh my god.
Objection!
Wait, you're really gonna claim there's a third one now? You just said only 2 shots were heard. You want to tell me how that works?
Objection!
Airplane cabins are practically soundproof, Mr. Knight. If you close the door, nothing can be heard from the outside. Not even gunfire.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! You're right! They both dragged him inside. So the other bodyguard was alive when he went into the cabin. Oh my god. But wasn't the president right next door?
Very true, which means he may have heard the shot himself. Mr. President! I didn't hear anything. But you can observe his room through your security feed, can you not? The camera in this room isn't normally on. I have to manually switch it on when I enter the safe room.
And that's what you did this time too, right?
That is... What's gotten into him? Mr. President, this is vitally important.
Please! President Wang!
Fine, I was busy hiding under the bed, covering my ears and eyes.
Oh my gosh! Why? From a fake attempt? What? Even though you knew the whole thing wasn't even real?
Yes, because I hate the sound of guns. Just the slightest hint of that awful noise and it's just too much!
What? Dude, you were such a coward. Oh! There's a sadder than a pot of overcooked crawfish. That there is sadder than a pot of overcooked crawfish.
Mr. Knight, you saw that the President Wang was cowering beneath the bed. Yeah, what of it? And what's more, you knew from the monitor's bank that the security camera for this room hadn't been switched on. Which means you knew that the circumstances were perfect.
Wow.
For you to fire a third shot straight at Mr. Rook. How could you? How could you really have betrayed my trust so horribly? You think I killed that old half-wit? You don't trust me much, huh? This is the thanks I get for pulling my life on the line for you day after day. I want to believe you, but... I don't get it. I just don't get it. What is there to doubt here, huh? What, you don't believe the girl over there would have done it? No, because this weapon isn't the murder one. We know this from the number of bullets fired. That's why I have the guitar turned around, honey. It can't be face forward. It has to be turned around against the wall. So
What are you guys doing?
So the strings can't be messed with.
You guys were both in here? They were both under the freaking blanket.
Yeah, well, how do you know there wasn't a spent bullet from the start there, son? What? Yeah, someone could have fired a bullet from that weapon yesterday or the day before. You don't know. Then today another one. The bullet that hit Rook. Oh, that's just pure speculation, pal, and you know it. Maybe, but can you prove it's not true? Haha. Not with any certainty, no. You're nothing without conclusive proof, so come on. A single piece of evidence straight through my heart, I dare you. Well, what you waiting for, Pilgrim?
Wow.
There must be something, mustn't there, Mr. Edgeworth?
I'm thinking...
If we can't prove it, then Tabby will be... Please, Ruffles. I messed up. I know I did. I should have never done what I did, not even for a scoop. But murder? That ain't me. I ain't a murderous type.
Conclusive proof. If only I could prove that Knight's weapon is the murder one. Wait, perhaps I can. If you at least had the bullet that burst the balloon, you might have a scrap of credibility. Imagine you could have run forensics to see if it matched my gun. If we had the bullet that killed Mr. Rook, forensics could tell which weapon it was fired from. No proof, no case. End of conversation.
Objection!
Not so fast. Hold it right there. What now? You're not about to claim you do have proof now. Oh, of course I do. This ought to be good. Alright, bring it on. Show me this proof of yours. The bullet that killed Mr. Rook is the key to ending our little charade. Very well, my conclusive evidence is... not in my possession.
Yeah, we don't have it at the moment. We're working on it.
Not in my possession. I'm really dragging this out. Think you're a big boy. Not in my possession.
Yeah, we don't have it in the evidence.
Not currently in my possession. Alright then, thanks for playing, folks, but that's game over. However, it is here in this very room. What?
What?
As we know, the bullet that killed Mr. Rook passed through his body. But where did it end up on its journey? Perhaps we should cast our minds back to an earlier conversation.
I'm completely fine. What's the matter?
After passing through his body, the bullet that took Mr. Rook's life then found itself lodged in the vest. He's right. If the president hadn't been wearing that vest, things could have been a whole lot worse. But now, of course, we know that the so-called assassination attempt was a complete fabrication. The vest was prepared in advance, made to look like it had been hit by a bullet. Which begs the question, where is the real bullet? I like it a twist. This is good stuff, Edgeworth. Come on, then. Don't keep us in suspense. Does any of the evidence point to where the bullets that killed Mr. Rook might have ended up? In the security cameras.
Oh, because one of them was broken, Luke?
Bingo.
Take that!
There's something very clearly missing from this room. Yeah, prosecutor with some common sense. Take a look at this bank of security monitors. Oh! I see you've caught on, Mr. President. Splendid. There are screens here showing views from all around this plane inside and out. Only one external angle not covered is the right-hand side of the aircraft. And that's because one of the monitors is missing. There was a monitor in that space previously, wasn't there, Mr. President? There was. I have no idea what my plushie is doing there now, though. It appears to be someone's vain attempt to hide what is obviously lacking. But where did it go, and why? And why is easy enough to answer, because it was struck by a bullet.
Oh, wow.
For if we were able to believe the bullet in the vest was the real deal, then anything that hinted at the evidence of another bullet had to be removed.
But where did the missing monitor go?
Where indeed? I believe that it must be hidden somewhere on this plane. After all, there wouldn't have been time to dispose of it outside the aircraft. Detective Gumshoe, conduct a search if you would.
Right away, sir.
Mr. President, extraterritorial, remember?
I have no objection to the search. Please go ahead. It will help us discover the truth behind what happened to Rook. I will not stand in your way.
What are you? I don't believe this.
Rook this, Rook that. Don't you ever think about anybody else?
The search has been authorized, Detective, if you wouldn't mind, sir.
Oh, wow.
Detective Gumshoe's gonna search for stuff. I found the monitor, sir.
Yay, you did it.
Excellent work. Now go ahead and extract the bullet.
Let's see. If I put my hand in here and just... Oh, come on. Got it.
Well, would you look at that blood? There, this is the bullet that killed Mr. Rook. There's no doubt about it. Bloody bullet jotted down in the court organizer.
Oh, wow.
And there you have it, Mr. Knight. The single piece of evidence you requested straight through your heart. Even you must now admit that this bullet didn't come from the spectator area gun. Then Miss Lloyd cannot be Mr. Rook's killer. What, no pithy comeback? Detective, have forensics analyze the bullet of the, Detective, have the forensics team analyze the bullet and compare them to the gun we just found.
Oh, yes, sir. We'll get the evidence you need. You can count on it.
Great job, honey.
All right, let's hear what forensics has to say.
Our findings are as follows, sir. Firstly, the blood on the bullet is indeed that of the victim,
Proving that it was the bullet that killed Mr. Rook, obviously.
Secondly, we found Mr. Knight's fingerprints on this weapon. Probably from
when I handed over the evidence over to him. Now for the key pot. This, I don't know what that word is.
Striations, I think. That would be... I think the striations are the marks, like the marks on the bullet, I believe. Like the scratch marks.
Okay.
That they get when they leave the gun barrel. Pretty sure.
Okay. Forensics. Forensics team. Okay.
Alright. Now for the key pot. The markings. If they not match, then Miss Lloyd is in the clear.
Lastly, this,
Striations.
the striations on the bullet are matched with this weapon.
What? But how could that be?
No way! Oh, come on!
There's no doubt about it, sir. This is a gun that fired the bullet.
How?
Well, isn't that something? Conclusive proof that I was right. What's the matter? You didn't think you had me backed into a corner now, did you? Guess you misread the board there, son. Because the only one who backed into a corner here is you.
Knight's counter.
Okay. This guy's getting obviously annoying.
Yep. He is getting super annoying.
Knight's counter. Okay. There's no denying it. Forensic proved that the gun and the bullet are a match. The bullet that killed Rook was fired from the gun you found in the spectator area. And who pulled the trigger? Can't have been me. I was up on stage, which leaves your little friend here. The hack killed Rook, she's the murderer, and you just proved it. Your move, Edgeworth, but just remember two things. One, where you found that weapon, and two, which weapon the fatal bullet came from. Whichever way you look at it, I can't have been the shooter.
How did it come to this?
Me and the president, we admitted to faking the assassination attempt. Now it's your turn to admit something who the real killer really is.
There's no way Tabby did it, is there? Mr. Edgeworth?
Don't let him get to you, Kay. We just need to go over the statements again. There must be something further we can deduce from them.
Okay, let's do this, Mr. Edgeworth!
Knight's counter. Rebuttal. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
There's no denying forensics prove that is the correct gun.
Hold it!
Hold it.
No, that's...
Objection!
What? What was it you just said? That forensics would back you up? Ugh. How does it feel to be shot in the chest by your own conclusive proof, huh? Not so good, I imagine.
The bullet and the gun are a match. The bullet and the weapon are a match, Mr. Edgeworth. That kind of has to mean that Tabby pulled the trigger, no?
Even so, it simply cannot accept that. Oh, but sir, there's no denying the evidence. There isn't. So what am I missing? If I assume Miss Lloyd to be innocent, then the gun and the bullet shouldn't be a match. What is it, Kay?
I was just thinking, Mr. Edgeworth, if the evidence points to something that doesn't seem possible, then maybe there's something wrong with it.
You're asking me to call the evidence into question.
Well, there's no way Tabby did this, right? So if the evidence says she did, then the problem must lie there.
You seem very sure about this.
Call it my great thief's intuition.
Intuition, huh? Still, she could be right. I simply don't believe Miss Lloyd to be a malicious liar, which means, as someone who believes that evidence is everything in court, the irony is not lost on me. But if we were to call the piece of evidence into question, it would have to be...
I think the revolver, the weapon.
It's a revolver.
Yeah, he planted a fake revolver, I think.
Okay.
Because he said it was hers.
Okay.
And she didn't do it.
If something untoward is going on here, it would have to involve the weapon, not the bullet. After all, we only just recovered the bullet a little while ago. Furthermore, we know that Mr. Knight had an opportunity to handle the gun. Now hand over the evidence you've gathered and remove yourself from this plane. Yeah, I'd do as he said if I were you, Edgeworth. This can't be real, the end of the line. He switched the weapons. Indeed, he had ample opportunity. There is no doubt that this weapon is the one that was used in the crime. Which means it must belong to...
Take that!
The weapon belongs to Mr. Knight. He switched them around. That has to be it. Revolver data jotted down in my organizer. The bullet that killed Rook was fired from the gun you found in the spectator area. No. Present. Switched.
Objection!
Admit it! You switched the weapons, didn't you, Mr. Knight? That's why the markings match the weapon in question. It was yours all along. Inquiring move there, Edgeworth, and... You must have made the switch when I handed over the evidence, while I was busy trying to make the case for the remaining on this investigation. And you took the laser sight from the gun we found in the trash can, and put it on your own.
Oh my gosh.
Then, not long after, you handed that weapon back to me instead of the one we found.
Oh my gosh.
I did, huh? You think I somehow knew you'd find, let alone run forensics on that bullet sometime in the future?
I mean, he is Miles Edgeworth.
Is that so strange? You're a chess player, after all, a man who used to thinking several moves ahead. I'm flattered, but much as it pains me to admit it, you're overestimating my abilities.
Yeah, right.
Besides, do you even have any proof that I made the switch? Wouldn't there be fingerprints on both guns? Knight's Counter Part 2. $252. Okay, Knight's Counter 2. The gun is the same model as mine. Weird, sure, but it's not just a coincidence. And look, there's a laser sight attached. Also, take a look at the cylinder. 2 spent bullets, just what you'd expect to see. So what proof do you have that I switched the original one of mine, huh? None, that's what. You say I'm overestimating your abilities. You surprise me. What can I say? I'm a modest guy. More modest than you, that's for sure. Everywhere except at a chessboard, that is. Will, I don't see a chessboard here, do you? Shame. Still guess that gives you a nice excuse. I didn't mess up, I just didn't have the right evidence. I don't think I'll be the one making excuses. Rather, I didn't mess up. They just had lucky with the evidence. Will be your excuse, I'd imagine.
Okay. If he did switch them... Did we already go over all this with him, or no?
No, we just started with him now.
Oh, okay.
A coincidence, you say?
Something.
So we don't know how much is left of this case, but we're past 3 hours on the stream, and parts of the stream are going to be cut out from the DDoSing to the intruder situation. So this stream will be repaired later. But thank you guys for watching. We hope you enjoyed. Ace Attorney requires 1,000 views to get another episode. You're at 940, so pretty easy to swing that. In the meantime, if you guys could support the SAO stream that went up today, while we get Dragon Ball set up. Dragon Ball, of course, needs 40 likes to begin, but you guys will be redirected to where Dragon Ball is. And we'll just get where is the SAO stream? 'Cause I still don't know what I'm doing for my first stream tonight. Weird.
I mean, if I had to go a police report, it was definitely a guy because of the way he was walking. But it says very long hair.
Okay. All right. So if you guys could click the link and give SAO some love, it has 900 and I don't know where it is 975 views. So it only needs like 30 more, and we can get another episode of SAO tonight and properly finish the game. But thank you guys so much for watching Ace Attorney Investigations. 1,000 views is required to get another episode of this. Maybe it'll happen tomorrow. Who knows? We're still looking for things to do tomorrow. So next up is Dragon Ball. Thank you guys so much, and see you on the next episode.